equipment that... Hi, Fraggle Rock here, and today we're doing an unboxing. So what's this unboxing video going to be like? Well, as you can see, this isn't exactly a product box, but what's inside is very valuable to me nonetheless. Last week when I was visiting my parents during Thanksgiving, I found a bunch of my old video game stuff and put it into this box. I took a picture of that and sent it out on Twitter, reminiscing about how it's really cool to visit home because I always find these new things, but it's also kind of sad because I think about the things that I've lost along the way. Well, one of my friends suggested that I do a video about the stuff that I found at my parents' house, so this is the response to that tweet. This is that video. We're going to unbox this and see what's inside. We can see that this is a high quality box here with original packaging. We also have high quality labels here. Let's see what we have inside today. All right, go ahead, open this up. All right, so some of the things that I found while we were there is mostly related to my Nintendo and PlayStation games. So here's our first batch. Inside, I've got some, looks like Nintendo GameCube, or not GameCube, Game Boy connector cables. So this would have been for the original Game Boy, where you would connect the two Game Boys together to play multiplayer games. I have another video AV composite cord for either Super Nintendo or GameCube or Nintendo 64, RF, RF cable that nobody ever used, another RF cable. Got some rubber in there. Okay, this right here is the Game Boy 4-player adapter. This was used to hook up 4 Game Boys together to play games. I'm not sure exactly, it looks like I had a little wear, or a little rusting or something there. Not rusting because it's plastic, some kind of schmutz to get rid of. Anyways, this was used for 4-player games. I believe some racing games and like Tetris and stuff utilized the 4-player adapter. What else do we have in here? This is to the Super Scope for the Super Nintendo. So here's one of those sad things that I was talking about. I found the Super Scope IR blaster here, but I couldn't find my actual Super Scope itself. I did find the games that go with this, Super Scope 6 and Yoshi's Safari, but I have not been able to find my original Super Scope. I'll probably just have to go online and buy one. All right, so you can see this has suffered some of that classic yellowing. I'll try to get some of that yellowing out and probably do that on a future video. All right, so that's all there was in that bag. Let's see what else we got in here. All right. So this is more of a novelty item that I received one Christmas, gosh, a few years ago. What you do is, this was sort of an all-in-one Atari paddle game system. The brains and the programs and the games themselves are actually housed in this unit. And here's the on and off switch right here. Then you would select which game you wanted and you would start playing that game. This had a second player controller attached to it, so you could do multiplayer paddle games, and then you would just plug the video and mono audio straight into your TV, and you would run the games off of this. This was really fun. It has things like Pong and some sort of like, I don't know, capture the flag like games. So this was really cool to have. I enjoyed playing with it. I really haven't played with it for about 10 years or so. So I don't even know if this will work if I plug it in. I'll take it apart and clean it. Maybe I'll do sort of a miscellaneous clean video where I take apart this and some other things and see if I can get them working if they're not already working. And then I'll hook it up to my test system. I've got that old Montgomery Ward TV and we can see if these work. Plug and play TV games right there. Okay, what else do we got in here? My box of tricks. Here are those Super Scope games. The Super Scope 6 and Yoshi's Safari. Still have the original case or dust cover there. I can test these out and see if they work. The only problem is I don't have a Super Scope, so I can't actually play them, but I can see if the games will boot up. Okay, what else? We have looks like a PlayStation 1 controller. Kind of gross. Oh, look at that. That is disgusting. This is going to have to get cleaned for sure. Oh, you know what? Ooh, we'll have to wait till we get deeper in there, but I believe I have my PlayStation in there as well, my original PlayStation. All right, so PlayStation 1 controller that's in bad need of cleaning. Looks like PlayStation power cable and a PlayStation RF unit. So again, I don't really use these anymore. I don't know why I'm holding on to them. It's probably the worst quality of audio and video you can get. But for some TVs, including one of the TVs my friends had, this was the only option they had for playing the games. So this was the only way we could hook it up. Put that over there, creating a pile of junk. Okay, so my brother originally sent me a text with a picture in it saying that he found some of my old stuff. And he sent me a picture of a box of Legos, which is great. I love my Legos. But then this was sitting on top of it. This was my original Castlevania Circle of the Moon for Game Boy Advance. I bought this new when it came out and I played it forever. I love this game. It was one of my favorite Castlevania games. It was really my first introduction to the Metroidvania style. I love this game. I lost it. It went missing and I was in distress for years and years and years. And then finally my brother sends me a picture with this in it and I am relieved. I'm excited and I can't wait to get this, clean it up and pop it back into my Nintendo DS or Game Boy Advance and play this again. This is really something that's special to me and I'm so glad that he found it. So I'm gonna keep that in a good spot. Along with that, he also found our original Zelda Link's Awakening for Game Boy. This is not the Game Boy colored version. I wish it was. That Game Boy color version is definitely worth some money. Not that I would sell it, but I would love to have the Game Boy color version of this game. Oh gosh, this thing is definitely, what is that? Is that Play-Doh? Looks like Play-Doh in there. Gross. All right, anyways. Game Boy games, what else is in here? Oh, got my manual for Super Smash Melee for GameCube. Now I have complete in box because I was missing this for a while. Okay, speaking of handhelds, found some Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Game Gear. I do have my Game Gear down here in San Diego, but I haven't cleaned it up and restored it yet, so this will be fun to have. Awesome. What else we got in our box here? All right, I have plenty more video games, but I am going to digress a little bit because I have, this is either a mini cassette or micro cassette. This is a micro cassette, okay? These micro cassettes were for those personal recorder devices. These things right here, I'm sure some people will remember this. You could record conversations, you could record memos. Anyways, I found this unit at my parents' house, but I couldn't find the tapes for it. Sure, I could go onto eBay and buy tapes, but they were really expensive and I didn't feel like doing that. So while I was up there during Thanksgiving, boom, found the micro cassette. So now I get to see if it works. It's not, I don't think it's working. I gotta clean this up. And see if I can get this working sometime. I've got some projects that involve this kind of stuff, so we'll see if this makes a reappearance. All right, put that over there. Let's get into the meat of things. PlayStation 2 games. I was never much of a PlayStation 2 fan. However, there are some games that I really, really enjoyed off the PlayStation 2. And funny enough, in 2019, I'm starting to become more interested in PlayStation 2 games. So I was super excited to find a handful of PlayStation 2 games at my parents' house. So we have Grand Theft Auto 3, we have Dark Cloud, Star Ocean, Monster Rancher 4, Max Payne, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai 2 and 1, got both of them. And that was it. That's it for my PlayStation 2 games. I know I don't have a whole lot of them, but it's what I have, and yeah, I'm excited that I found them. I can't wait to check these out, make sure they're clean, maybe go through some CD restoration. If you haven't already seen me restore games that are on CD format or DVD format, check out my previous video on how to clean and restore these so they can work hopefully flawlessly on your system. All right, so handful of PlayStation 2 games. Put that right there. Of course, it's gonna fall over. Also, while I was there, I found sort of a stockpile of PC CD games. Things such as Quake, such as Mordor. This is the Sierra Online's 15th Anniversary King's Quest Collection Edition. I also have some Medal of Honor. I have my original Diablo 1 expansion, Hellfire. Let's see, I've got some PlayStation games. Page Master, this was a point-and-click adventure based off of the movie from the 90s, or even possibly the 80s. Anyways, my cousin helped program this game, so we got a free copy of it. So this actually holds a special spot in my heart as far as nostalgia is concerned. I did play this game, I don't think I ever finished it, but maybe I'll do a stream of Page Master. That would be fun. Tribes 2, however, I don't think, yeah, Tribes 2 isn't in my Tribes 2 case. Thief, The Dark Project is in my Tribes 2 case. Go figure. Earthsiege, Warcraft, Diablo 2 expansions, not the original Diablo 2. Hexen, by the way, play Hexen on a CD if you can. It has a great CD soundtrack. Duke Nukem, Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. This was sort of a mixed action game with a lot of FMV footage in it. This is one of the newer Wolfenstein games. This was their, not like the new Wolfensteins, like 2018, 2015 ones, but like this was 2009, I believe. 2001, I'm sorry, 2001 was the release of this Wolfenstein. It is a departure from the really horrible 3D graphics into more sort of what you would see from first-person shooters of this era. Great game, by the way, great game. Okay, along with my PC games, I also have a handful of PlayStation games, which I'm super excited about. Oops. Super excited about these PlayStation games. I really want to get these cleaned up and start playing these. Medieval 2. Resident Evil Director's Cut. PlayStation 2 game, Gran Turismo 3. I lost the original box. Twisted Metal 2. Final Fantasy X, again, PlayStation 2. An sadly empty Worms Armageddon box. I need to get this game again. I love this game. It is one of my all-time favorite multiplayer games. Final Fantasy IX. I love this game. However, I am missing 2 of the discs. I only have, yeah, you can see I only have 2 of the discs. So I'm pretty sad. I need to find, and if I can't find, I will need to buy a new Final Fantasy IX. By far one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. This one was a fun sort of flight sim from LucasArts called Secret Weapon of the Luftwaffe. But inside, not only do I have that CD, so here's that, ooh, it's got a bad scratch across there. Not only do I have that CD, I also have Death Rally. This game Me and my brother would spend so many nights playing this game. We really, really like this game, Death Rally. If you haven't had a chance to play it, see if you can find it online somewhere. I'm sure there are some retro box websites where you can play that game. They also made a really crappy Death Rally 2. That was just no bueno, no bueno. Final Fantasy Anthology. So it has Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy VI, and music from Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VI. This is a PlayStation game. My beloved and cherished Final Fantasy VII. This I do have all of the discs for, 3 discs. So I have this complete, not complete in box, but I have all the discs. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, an empty Wild Arms box, which I know that's really sad. Resident Evil 2, I got both those discs, so we're good there, both Leon and Claire. And then I don't remember this game. This is a game called Rogue Trip. Yeah, this must have been a game my brother bought. I don't remember playing it, but you know what? I'll clean it up anyways, and we'll get along to playing that. All right, so almost done here. Got one last thing in my box, my unboxing. Let's see, I'm done. Empty box. But the last thing, my PlayStation. This was really fun for me. Oh my gosh. Oh, it doesn't close. So, all right, that was a big surprise to me. Okay. I love my PlayStation. It's been great to me. Apparently I haven't opened it in a really long time because I just now hit the open button just to test it out. And what do you know? Look what's inside. It's my missing Wild Arms game. So now I can put Wild Arms back into its case. Oh, that makes me so happy. Wild Arms has returned. It's just one disc, so I know I have it. Oh, cool. Anyways, this PlayStation can definitely use some love. It needs to be cleaned and restored. You can see it's pretty dirty. The lid doesn't always close the first time, so I have to go back through and make sure this thing is nice, clean, and in working order. I'll perhaps do a video on me taking this apart and cleaning it. All right, so this was everything that was inside my box. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun stuff to work with here, a lot of cool things to clean, a lot of projects to work on, and hopefully I get some new videos out of this. If you have any questions about what I found in here, or want to offer any suggestions, please let me know down in the comments. I look forward to doing more of these kinds of videos. All right, guys, have a great evening. I'll see you guys later.